I always go back to this. People say, oh, how did Iowa change after going for Barack Obama twice to go for Donald Trump three times? Iowa didn't change. Those two guys have one important thing in common. They're both people who challenged their party's orthodoxy and said that they were going to do politics differently. And that resonates with a lot of Iowans. We actually have a pretty proud tradition in Iowa, even going back past that, with government reform things where we have said we don't like politics as usual. Um, and so when I look at that, when I'm talking to Iowans, we're seeing people come out of the woodwork saying we like Rob Sands' campaign for governor. Uh, I was walking around in a mall and had a guy who had never voted in his life. He's 28 years old. He said, "I'm going to register to vote for you because I believe in the message that we should be bigger than Democrats versus Republicans, which
Yeah.
is the heart of this campaign. I mean, if we've got a slogan, it's not redder or bluer, but better and truer." Um, there's a man who was in Governor Kim Reynolds' cabinet until very recently, who was recommended for that job by U.S. Senator Joni Ernst, who wrote an op-ed about how disgusted he is with the state of politics in America. But he says Sand's campaign for governor is talking about doing something about this in a way that even me, even as someone who's cynical and frustrated, thinks is very real and very genuine. And he's right. And then after the special election, the Iowa Republican Party criticized the local Republicans, and they stood up for themselves. They said, "No, we've worked really hard." And a county supervisor from up there, a Republican, put a video out and said very plainly, whether you're Democrat, Independent, or Republican, the policy that's coming out of Des Moines is garbage.
Yeah.
And he spoke for 2 minutes about the gutting of the auditor's office, right? We had found a record amount of misspent money in my first term as the state auditor. And the answer to that from the insiders in Des Moines was literally pass a law to make it easier to hide misspent money from the auditor's office. Right? And this guy's just going off on that. And he said he thinks I'm going to win the race. I just think that people have been looking at what's going on in Des Moines with 10 years of Republican control, and they are fed up.